Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Average Film Enjoyer. We are your hosts, Evan and Trey. Jagger cannot join us today. He's working on some stuff for school, or like preparing for the school he's going to in the fall. So it's just going to be us two today. We got a great episode. It's IMDb Day.
Yeah, I think an elephant sitting still made him so depressed. He was like, I can't watch Warrior, and I don't want to let the boys down.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. So, yeah, we are talking. Evan already talked about one of them, Warrior. And we are talking about Gran Torino today.
Yeah.
It's called our Depressed Guy Shit episode.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. I have a lot of favorable comments to talk about Warrior, so look forward to that.
Yeah. Which I think both these movies will have good, solid conversations. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be talking some movie news. The limited things on our watch list we will be talking about. I don't think I have too much. But yeah. Before we get into anything, here's what we got coming up. Friday, we are finishing our Shyamalan deep dive with Knock at the Cabin and Devil. That same day, we will be releasing our survey, so you guys can vote for who you want us to do our next director deep dive on. But I'm quite excited for that episode. Knock at the Cabin is peak. I've never seen Devil, which will be a first for me.
I think like
so I'm quite excited for that. Tuesday, our next IMDb episode. Let me pull up my list here. Tuesday, we got Fargo and Train Spotting. Trying to figure out what this other one is. I don't know.
For the week after?
Yeah. I can't see. But yeah, we got Fargo and we got Train Spotting. That's going to be a good one. And then the week after, if you guys give me just a quick second
Bridge over
here.
the River Kwai.
Oh, that's what it is? Hell yeah. We're doing Bridge over the River Kwai, one of the greatest westerns of all time, and 3 Billboards in Ebbings, Missouri, which I've never seen, but I've heard great things about.
Good movie.
And I love Sam Rockwell and Frances McDormand, so hell yes.
Sam Rockwell's really great in it. I'm excited to watch that.
Isn't Woody Harrelson in it too?
Yeah. I saw it in theaters when it first came out. I haven't seen it since then, so I'm looking forward to
hell yeah.
rewatching
And then after that, we got Prisoners and Inside Out, so we can all just cry together.
Fucking insane.
But yeah, God, we got so much peak coming up.
Yeah. Dude, we got Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking Barrels coming up.
I know. We got Gone with the Wind coming up in like a month.
Yeah.
The Thing coming up in a couple months. No Country for Old Men.
Hell yeah.
God damn.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, we got a lot of shit coming up. It's very exciting. We're in a fun time on this pod currently.
A lot of shit coming up, like what's coming out on Friday.
Exactly.
And me and Trey are unbelievably excited for none other than Osgood Perkins' Long Legs.
Yes.
It's finally here.
I have my tickets.
What day are you seeing it?
Tomorrow.
Fuck yeah. I am seeing it tonight.
God, you dick. Can you hold your review, like, hold off logging it until I see it? Maybe I'll just... maybe I won't go on Letterboxd for the next, 24 hours. But that's so difficult. I'm a Letterboxd whore, dude.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm so that trailer of Micah Monroe's Heartbeat is maybe the best piece of marketing I've ever seen in my entire
Oh
life.
my god, that
It
was insane.
it they put a big black box over Nicolas Cage's face because they don't want you to see it, and I'm just like, this is so perfect. This movie is gonna be insane. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
It was concert or long legs, and with the heat outside, because it's an outdoors
Mm-hmm.
concert, I don't think I'll have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go to long legs. And if I don't go
Who
tonight, I'll go tomorrow.
who's the concert with again?
It's Peach Pit. It's a band I love a
Oh
lot.
yeah, Peach Pit's kind of peak.
Yeah, I've seen them live before.
Okay, well you've seen them before, so
It's just like,
um,
dude, the heat makes it so insane. And Stampede is like everything's hotter on the grounds because there's so many people. So we'll see. I'm still undecided.
yeah. But before we get into anything, Evan, how are you? How's the past few days been for you?
Good,
What you been up
chilling,
to?
just chilling, watching movies. I
Yeah.
finished the Elden Ring DLC. Like, I'm done with it for now, and I
Mm-hmm.
really don't know what to play.
I
And
keep telling you,
so,
play Evil West.
yeah, I know.
Be a cowboy zombie killer.
Yeah. So I've been watching movies without video games lately, and it is a very weird experience. That's so sad to say.
Yeah,
Yeah, just been
our
chilling.
brains are just like so
Rot.
rotted.
Yeah. Um, I watched some Peak. We're doing this thing in the Real Talk Discord
Mm-hmm.
where we have 31 different genres of movies,
Yeah.
and we all assigned, like, voted on movies for each genre, and it's one movie a day for the like next month.
Hell
Um,
yeah, that's super cool.
yeah, so I've been going through some of those. There's some Peak. Yeah, so that's been fun, and yeah, I'm off work tomorrow, thankfully. They're doing
Yeah.
a Stampede breakfast. There's always pancake breakfast during Stampede,
Mm-hmm.
and ours is tomorrow, and I'm very happy that I'm not going to be at work for it because it's going to be just a lot of loud people.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been pretty chill. Nothing too crazy.
Nice.
How about you?
Chilling, man. Working. I closed again last night. I have a story to tell you after the podcast.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I closed for the third night in a row. Got home at about 12:30. Um, so your boy's pretty tired. Um, and then I sucked myself into watching Hereditary last night.
Was this because
Um,
of our conversation about the lodge? I saw
I
that you
think
logged
it
in.
was. I got home and I was like, God, it's been a minute since I've watched that. I think I watched it earlier this year. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. I was like, I'm due for a rewatch, and so I just went on. I bought it
Hell
on
yeah.
VOD, um, so I can just watch it whenever. And with the extras, I get audio commentary
Sick.
with like Ari Aster and Tony Collette, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna have to check that out. But yeah, I've been doing good. I have tomorrow and Friday off, which is super nice.
Nice.
Uh, so today is my Friday, and I only work 4 hours tonight, which is also sick.
Love
Um, but yeah, I've just been chilling, man, playing video games, doing cool guy shit. You know the deal.
that. Hmm.
Should we get into movie news?
Yeah. We got some breaking news very recently that Horizon 2, the Kevin Costner movie, has been pulled from theaters for August.
Yeah, there's no surprise there.
Yeah. They say it's so that they can grow the fan base for the first movie.
Yeah, that's a lie. They were like,
That's
wow,
coke.
these movies suck.
Just fucking put them on Netflix. I'll watch it at home.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting in a theater for a collective 12 hours to watch this. Either make it a TV show or just put it out on streaming.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I didn't know we were getting a Sean Levy Star Wars movie.
we are. Is that new?
Sean
What is
Levy's
this?
Star Wars movie taps Adam Project writer Jonathan Tropper.
Hmm.
And let me tell you this about Sean Levy. He knows what he does well, and he just does that. He just makes fun movies.
Yeah.
He doesn't try to do anything more, and I really respect that. You know?
Shout out Free Guy. Underrated.
Underrated.
Underappreciated. Fun
Free Guy's a
movie.
banger.
Very fun.
He made all of the Night at the Museum movies.
Masterpieces.
God, this is why we're best friends, Evan.
Yeah. That museum fucks.
Yeah, dude. What do you think is the better one, the first or the second one?
The first one, but the second one is a absolute banger.
Yeah, it's underrated as fuck.
Yeah.
I love the second one. It's so good. But also Robin Williams playing like
Is
Teddy
it-
Roosevelt
Yeah.
is, and having his final line on a screen is that last interaction between him and Ben Stiller, where Ben Stiller's like, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. And Robin Williams says, how exciting. It's just like, oh, it's so perfect.
Chills.
Sean Levy
really
also
want
made
those.
Cheaper by the Peak.
Yeah. Did he do the second one too?
I don't think so. He did Big Fat Liar,
Cinema.
Paul Giamatti's best role. He also did Real Steel.
Dude, that movie rips. He's just making fun movies.
Exactly. That's what he does well. And honestly, he took kind of a turn with This Is Where I Leave You into more of a dramatic
Yeah.
adult like drama film, and it totally works. That movie is great as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro just cooks. He knows what he's doing. So I'm quite excited for the prospect of him doing a Star Wars movie. Inside Out 2 became Pixar's top-grossing movie of all time globally.
Insane.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh, their new movie called We Live in Time, we just got a trailer for. Evan hasn't watched it. I have watched it. I will be watching this. I will be in the theater watching this. And I will probably be crying because I got emotional watching the trailer. So, that looks excellent. Two of the best actors working right now, paired up together. Two of the most lovable actors as well. They both are just like, it's hard not to love their characters, you know?
Yeah. We got our first trailer for Severance Season 2 today, releasing January 17th next year.
Does it look good?
You cannot pay me to watch this trailer because Season 1 is a masterpiece, and I don't want to know anything about, especially because Season 1 ends on an insane cliffhanger. I don't want to see anything about Season 2 until I'm sat down watching it.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that it's finally coming out because they got bodied by the strikes and kind of put into production hell.
Yeah.
Like, Season 1 came out 3 years ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm just happy it's coming.
Doug Liman and Tom Cruise are still talking about doing an Edge of Tomorrow sequel. Yes.
Please.
Yes, please. Please.
Dude, we need it so bad.
We really do.
Took my grandma to see that movie, and she fucking loved it.
Dude, you know why? Because your grandma's a film bro.
Yep. Oh, we got our first poster for Shrek 5, which is coming out, I guess. We'll see. I love Shrek. I love Shrek 2.
Yeah.
I don't remember the other two.
Mhm.
Cameron Diaz coming out of like retirement to make it, because I think she's not making movies really these days.
I haven't seen her in anything in a while.
Yeah.
Longlegs director says Nicolas Cage stayed very focused on character between takes, but without, and this is in quotes, any sort of method acting bullshit. Dude, Osgood Perkins is he's just a Chad, dude.
That's really funny.
Um,
Last one that I have. Sam Raimi set to direct new original horror film described as a thriller set on an island like a horror version of Castaway.
yes.
Yes, Sam Raimi's back. No more of that MCU like being forced to, confined to like continuity of that shit. Like, give me original horror. Drag Me to Hell is one of the sickest movies I've ever seen. Love Drag Me to Hell.
Mm-hmm. I think it's fine. Yeah, I think it's fine.
Damn. Did you see this quote of Steve Carell talking about Ryan Gosling?
Yeah, he said he's like, sometimes I call him Riz Gosling.
Yeah, maybe the Riz King, and I always call him the Riz King, is Ryan Gosling. Sometimes I just call him Riz Gosling. He is the epitome of Riz. What the fuck?
I saw that interview.
That's crazy. I want to watch the live version of it. I can't imagine.
It's really funny. Last piece of movie news. We're getting a final Conjuring movie set for fall of 2025. Last couple haven't been great, if I'm being honest. They've been kind of stinky. Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It was
boring.
Real poopy.
Very boring.
Yeah,
First
wasn't
scene
good.
Banged,
But
first scene was sick.
But I'll tell you this. Actually, no, the third Conjuring was actually pretty good. Was that the one with Dermot Mulroney or whatever his name is? Dermot Mulroney? Yeah, that one was actually pretty good. I'll tell you this. One reason why I will always be in the seats for a good Conjuring movie. Two reasons, actually.
I know what you're going to say.
James Wan. I love James Wan.
Yeah.
And do you like James Wan?
I love James Wan.
It's Jagger that rips on James Wan.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But also, James Wan made horror movies for, like, our age, like, our childhood, when we were, like, 14, 15, like, Insidious and The Conjuring and all that stuff was coming out when we were kids. So that's, like, our scary shit.
Yeah, dude, Insidious is so good, the first one.
God, it's so... And the second one, dude. Second one is pretty good, too.
And the fourth one.
And the one that came out last year isn't awful. I will die on that hill.
It's awful.
It's not great, but it's not awful.
It doesn't even have a climax or a villain.
The second reason I will always go see a Conjuring movie, the greatest duo in all of cinema, Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson.
I thought you were just going to say Vera Farmiga.
Well, yes. I mean, Mommy Farmiga. Goddamn.
Yeah. But yeah.
But also Patrick Wilson, low-key kind of the GOAT. I love Patrick Wilson. Especially when he's in The Watchmen.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I don't like watching.
I'm due for a rewatch.
Yeah.
That's true.
Dude, Cash, I don't know if you listened to the Film Scoop this week.
I haven't listened to it in a while. Sorry, Cash. I love you.
He did a rewatch of BVS and Snyder Cut in the same day. And he was
God.
He was glazing the shit out of BVS, and I was like, I need to watch it right now. Like, I feel like
that's good, dude. BVS is peak. Yeah, that's all the movie news I have.
Yeah.
Should we get into watch list?
Yes, sir.
This is gonna be a short episode, I feel.
Yeah. That's okay. Last one was longer.
How many movies you got?
I
got 4.
Did I talk about what? No, I didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1. I have 7, and then Warrior and Gran Torino.
All right, why don't you do 2 and I'll do 1, and I'll start it.
Yeah.
So started off the week. I decided to finish the Maze Runner movies. First of all, before I get into my review of Maze Runner 2, what happened to this genre of movies? Like, teenagers in a dystopian world, like The Hunger Games,
Yeah.
Maze Runner, Percy Jackson, Divergent. We need more of those movies. There was like, in the mid 2010s, there was like a huge movement of those movies, and I want them to come back. They are so fun.
Yeah. Are they always good? No. Are they always fun?
No, they're not.
Yes.
Of those four, Maze Runner, Hunger Games, the Divergent series, and Percy Jackson, how would you rank them? I know how I would rank them.
Hunger
Because those
Games
were the... Yes,
at
number
one.
one.
Then Maze Runner. Then Divergent. Then Percy Jackson. Because I haven't seen Sea of Monsters. And the first one is okay.
If you're a massive nerd about Percy Jackson, like myself...
Yeah.
And if... Okay, then you probably would like see it. I just love being in that universe, and I think Logan Lerman as Percy Jackson fucking kills it. And being able to control water like he does is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
God, I love those movies.
Did you watch the show?
Yeah, I did.
Dude, it's
We
really
talked about
good.
this.
Oh yeah, we
It
did.
was pretty damn good.
It's pretty good, yeah.
What Walker Scobell or whatever his name is, love him. Yeah, for me, Hunger Games, Percy Jackson, Maze Runner, Divergent. But yeah, I watched Maze Runner: The Scorch Trials. Dylan O'Brien just cooks in these movies, dude. Dylan O'Brien and what's his face that plays Newt.
Oh yeah, I don't remember his name.
He perpetually looks like 15.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. I'm gonna figure it out right now. But yeah, I mean, this is a blast. It's thrilling. Thomas Brody Sangster. Yeah, it's a blast. Thrilling. Keeps me on the edge of my seat. I love the characters. Giancarlo Esposito's in this, and he's a badass. He actually plays a good guy in this one, and he kills it. He's super lovable. The cranks are terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one was really good. 4 stars.
Heck yeah. My first watch, I was cooking dinner, and Beth threw on Why Him with James Franco and
Oh, I've been meaning to watch this.
It's pretty funny. It's a bit too long, but it is actually pretty funny, and the ending is ridiculous. I like it. I saw it in theaters with my dad, and there's a running gag about bukkake in it, and he thought it was the funniest shit ever, and it just made me laugh seeing that. Yeah, glad I rewatched it. I gave it 3 stars. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Have you seen the blooper of Keegan-Michael Key and Bryan Cranston trying to film the scene where Bryan Cranston is sitting on the toilet and Keegan-Michael Key?
So funny.
Yeah, it took them so long to get that scene because both of them kept breaking character.
I believe it. That scene's hilarious.
Yeah. What's your next one?
Yeah, and then I watched Warrior and Gran Torino. I'll talk about those after. And then this was a big day for movies. I watched 5 movies this day.
Dude,
couple
that's a Trey day right there.
Yeah. I watched Naked Gun: The Files from the Police Squad again.
Yes.
This is on our 31 movie challenge list.
God, Naked Gun is so good.
This is one of the funniest movies ever made. Every single joke lands. The bits are so unbelievably stupid and just perfect. It's fucking hysterical. Like, this movie is perfect. It's so funny.
Yeah. Hey, can I borrow a 20? He's like, yeah, here you go. How about this? Does this change your mind?
Yeah.
That whole exchange is so damn good.
It's my favorite scene in the movie. Dude, at the beginning, he fucking wipes Gorbachev's birthmark off his forehead. Oh my god, it's so stupid. Like, every joke.
And OJ, that's the one OJ's in, right?
Yeah, I think he's in a couple of them.
Yeah. Have you seen Airplane?
Yeah, love Airplane. I like Naked Gun better, but I like Airplane a lot.
Obviously, there's some jokes in these that don't age well.
Dude, Airplane does not age well.
but they're still very funny.
Yeah, dude. The
Surely you can't be serious. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
dude, the air. Oh, this is maybe. Well, you know what? Whatever. It's from the movie. The Air Israel bit in Airplane, where it's the fucking Jewish plane with the like big wraps around the front of the plane and the big
Oh
beard.
my
It's so
god.
stupid. Oh, I love it.
It's
So fucking
yeah,
stupid. Yeah. Naked Gun is amazing. 5 stars, easily. One of my favorite comedies ever. Top 5.
yeah. Um, next up for me, Maze Runner, The Death Cure. This is the third and final one. This is the weakest of the trilogy. I think most people don't like this one very much. I know you have it at a 2-star.
Yeah.
I gave it a 3.5. I just love these characters, you know. And I'd be lying if I said I didn't cry at the end. I'm gonna go into some spoilers for this movie. So you know, like how there's that whole thing where Newt is not immune to the virus, and there's that whole fight at the end where Thomas is trying to get him like back to the plane so they can give him the cure, but like he's like turning into a crank, and then Thomas has to kill him. It's so sad, you know, because him and Newt are like best friends. But there's a scene at the end where he finds this note on him that Newt wrote for him. Like, hey, I'm probably not gonna make it, da 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 da. It was like his like death note. And dude, I cried so hard. I cried so hard. I should not have cried that hard at that movie. I'll be honest with you. But again, Giancarlo Esposito is back in this one. Freaking killing it. And Barry Pepper is in it. Will Poulter is always a delight on screen. But yeah, I mean, I loved this. Walton Goggins makes an appearance.
Kills it every time.
Dude, he really does. He's just
aura.
him.
Oh,
Yeah. But yeah, that's my second one. Maze Runner: The Death Cure.
Nice. Yeah, I went and I looked at that I have Scorch Trials and Death Cure at the same rating, so I raised Scorch Trials because I do think it's better.
Yeah. Obviously, the first one is the best one.
Oh yeah, first one's awesome. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's like you take the hedge bit from Goblet of Fire and just turn it into an entire movie.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Great you take movie. The best part of Goblet of Fire.
Yeah.
And turn it into a movie.
And just add lore. Yeah, it's sick. My next watch, also part of this movie challenge we're doing, Twixt. Francis Ford Coppola, 2011. This stars Val Kilmer and Bruce Dern and Elle Fanning. And I watched the director's cut of this movie, which is actually shorter than the original cut.
Mm-hmm.
This is 79 minutes long.
Yeah.
I genuinely, when I'm telling you, I cannot tell if this is supposed to be a B movie or not.
Yeah.
It has Tubi level visuals. The dialogue is insane. It is so fucking weird and just crazy. If you watch this and go into it as a B movie, it's 79 minutes long. The director's cut.
Okay.
I gave this a 4-star on like fresh out when I was like, yeah, it's a B movie and he's like intentionally making it bad. I go back and forth.
You can't tell if that's actually the case.
I can't tell. So right now it's sitting at a 1.5 because it's not a good movie and it's very weird. It's the dialogue is bad. It looks like it's shot on a Tubi budget. It has this weird motion smoothing going on. It's just such a weird movie. I can't put my finger on it. Yeah, fucking weird movie. I think Jagger would. Actually, no, Jagger would not. I don't think you'd like it. You would like it if you go into it expecting a B movie, like a Tubi level movie.
Okay.
And then capped off the 8th with Perfect Days. Rewatch this, and it's just like a hug.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very simple movie. There's not much dialogue. It's watching a man live his life and clean toilets and listen to banging music. I don't know how much you know about this movie, but let me read you some of the needle drops
Is this the
in
Wim
Perfect
Wenders
Days.
one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The first needle drop, House of the Rising Sun. The second
Yes.
one, Pale Blue Eyes, Velvet Underground.
Yes.
Third one, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, Otis Redding.
Yes. One of the greatest songs of all
Yeah.
time.
Perfect Day, Lou Reed. Brown Eye Girl, Van Morrison. Feeling Good, Nina Simone. It is some of the best needle drops
Oh my
ever.
god, dude.
Dude, it just makes you feel so good. He's just like driving around, vibing out,
Yeah.
enjoying his simple life. Like there's this scene where his coworker is like, "Man, these," because he listens to old cassette tapes in the car. And his coworker's like, "Man, these are probably worth something." So they go to this record store to ask because his coworker is trying to fuck this girl like really badly, and he needs money to take her on a date. So he's like, "Oh, let's go sell some of your cassettes. Let's just go check how much they're worth." And he's like, "Yeah, this one's worth $300 alone." And the main
That's
guy,
cool.
he's like, "I'm good. I'm not selling them. These are my tapes. I like listening to my music." It's just a really nice movie. It's very slice of life. Enjoy the simple things. I love it so much.
Nice.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up for me, I watched one that Evan recommended to me hot minute ago, and I finally got around to it. I watched Stop Motion. This is a Shudder horror film. This was incredible. It was so damn good. The visuals are fucking insane in this movie. It's a nice slow burn horror, which I'm always down for a nice little slow burn horror. The story was good. The acting was good. And again, third act was fucking insane.
Dude, it's so good. Yeah.
And again, I can't say enough about those visuals. They are crazy. The Ashman is fucking terrifying.
Yeah. All the stop motion is real stop motion and claymation.
Yeah.
And it looks amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, this whole movie was just incredible. I really enjoyed this.
I have another recommendation for you.
Okay.
That you need to put on your watch list. It's called Censor. Censor.
Okay.
And it's about this girl, and she's a ratings person where she like rates PG-13, R, etc.
Yeah.
for movies. And she is, she's chilling, doing her job, and one day a movie comes across her desk, and it is horrific, but also like really vaguely familiar to like maybe some repressed memories of her life.
Oh shit! This is on my watch list already.
It's phenomenal. It's really trippy.
I've heard good things about that
awesome.
one.
Super cool movie. Yeah, I don't know what it's on.
Dude, me and you are like this. We share the same brain, dude.
Yeah.
Pause. But no, that was a bit of a stretch. Like brain, testicles, ballsack, All right, well, that joke failed.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Jesus Christ. But yeah, we just give each other, like, I know stuff that I'll recommend to you, and I know if you'll like it or not. You know? I'm finally starting to learn that with Jagger. I'm on a good streak. I've recommended him the past few things I've recommended him. He's given out like 4.5 and 5 stars. Yeah. I'm on a good streak.
I'm very
he just
nervous
has weird
to watch Maxine. I'm very nervous for him to watch it.
Yeah. I'm very nervous for him to watch Warrior. I don't think he'll like Warrior. He'll find something to complain about.
I think he's going to hate Maxine because it's a very messy movie and doesn't have much direction. But I'm hoping I'm wrong because I know how excited he is for it. Yeah. I'm excited to see what he thinks of Knock at the Cabin. Has he seen Knock at the Cabin?
I don't know.
Hmm. And
If only
Devil.
there was an app where we all log movies that could
Yeah.
tell us. If only.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many do you got left?
I have 3.
All right, you want to do your last 3, and then I'll do my last one.
Yeah. This was yesterday. Got home from work. I was a big day yesterday for video on demand releases.
Mm-hmm.
I watched The Bike Riders.
Hell yeah.
If he wants to ride a bike, he's gonna ride a bike, dude. People
Is that
were telling
Tom
me,
Hardy doing his best Borat impression? Oh,
yeah, dude. This movie is awesome. People were telling me, oh, it's boring. It doesn't go anywhere. You know, it's lifeless. I don't give a shit. This is guys being dudes. Very enjoyable. Take it for what it is. It's not a big action movie. It's not a gang movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's people hanging out doing weird actions, weird accents. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, odd
Yeah,
way to put
no,
that.
The visuals are really good. Tom Hardy, very entertaining to watch. Austin Butler, pretty good here. Bit of a waste, Michael Shannon, unfortunately. Love him. Norman Reedus, insane drip in this movie. Holy shit.
Hell yeah.
Cast is stacked. Mike
Well, it
Feist.
seems like Norman Reedus is just playing his character from Walking Dead.
Dude, hold on. Let me let me see if I can show you this. Yeah, it was really good. I gave it a 4-star. I had fun. I would definitely watch it again, and yeah, just go in with the right expectation. I just sent you on Discord Norman Reedus' his drip for this movie. Yeah, it's good. It's really fun.
Hell yeah. I'll have to check it out. What are your last 2?
Next, after that, watched a movie Cash recommended me. This was right after therapy. Was feeling, you know.
Oh my god, he is dripped out.
Look, dude, look at
Jesus
the grenade
Christ.
pin on his shoulder too.
That's
Insane.
crazy.
Yeah, absolutely insane. Yeah, I was like, I need something dumb. Cash sends me this movie, Spree. You have this on your watch list, I think,
I do.
with
Yes.
Steve Harrington.
Yeah.
Joe
The
Joe
goat.
Carey.
You know how when my hair was at its long, like you remember before I got a haircut, my hair was
Yeah.
like down to here. I got compared to Joe Keery so that like that's the celebrity lookalike I would hear the most is Steve from Stranger Things.
Heck
And
yeah.
God, you have no idea how good that made me
I
feel.
bet. That's fucking awesome.
Steve is on my list of characters I wish I was like.
Hell yeah.
Bro is just
Hell
the
yeah.
coolest motherfucker on the planet.
Yep.
And he is handsome,
Very handsome.
you know? And people are like, you look like Steve from Stranger Things. Or I'd get Dustin. But I got Steve. I got Steve more often. I was like, damn, thank you.
Yeah, I was very hesitant to watch this because it looked like it was similar to Dashcam, which I fucking hate. I hate that movie. It is
Yeah.
nearly unwatchable for how awful the main character is. You've seen it. You know what I'm talking about. It's brutal.
I've never seen Dashcam.
Oh, you haven't? Oh shit. Okay,
No.
watch this one. Don't watch Dashcam. The main character in Dashcam is like an alt-right, hyper conservative, hates every type of ethnicity, gay, like homophobic. And it's set during COVID too. So she's like, yeah, you fucking pussy wearing mask and all that. Ugh, it's unbearable. Bad movie. This movie, on the other hand, very fun. It's about Steve Herring. Dude, I keep calling him Steve. Joe Keery plays this guy Kurt's World. It's his YouTube channel. He's trying to get famous, so he decides to become an Uber driver and murder everybody that he picks up and
Hell
live
yeah.
stream it.
Good for him.
Yeah, so you just watch him kill people for an hour and a half.
That
And
honestly sounds kind of sick.
It's on YouTube for free. Like, just search Spree 2020. Yeah, 2020.
Hell yeah.
It's super awkward and cringy. It's pretty entertaining. It's a little too long, maybe like 5-10 minutes too long. Yeah, I had a good time.
Have you ever
David
seen Nerve with what's
No, I haven't.
Emma Roberts and Dave
Yeah,
Franco?
I want to. We
That
used to
movie
joke
kind of.
about-
I'm gonna be honest with you. Movie kind of rips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
We
liked
used to
it.
joke about that movie because one of my friends looked at that poster at the theaters back when it was first coming out, and he's like, "Man, I really want to see that movie." Never. Like, he read it wrong, and we would just fuck with him about it.
That's really funny. Have you
yeah,
ever seen Guns Akimbo with Daniel
Yeah, that
Radcliffe?
movie's sick.
That movie is sick.
It's super fun.
And it has the Gore Queen in it, Samara
Yeah.
Weaving.
Sure does. Yeah, David Arquette's in it too. Fun movie. Liked it.
Oh, love David Arquette.
Last night, laid out some options for Beth. Speaking of, we didn't talk about the Gladiator 2 trailer. It's amazing.
I haven't watched it. I'm probably
Okay.
not gonna watch it.
It's very long. It's a bit too long. Denzel looks insane. But the song
Yeah.
used in that trailer is No Church in the Wild.
By who?
Jay-Z, Kanye West, Frank Ocean. You know that song?
No, but that sounds
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah, good, very good song. It's super, kind of a weird song to use for the trailer, but it fits very well.
Yeah.
And it took me back to a trailer for a 2012 certified banger, Safe House, starring Ryan Reynolds and Denzel. 2000s action movie, 2010s action movie. Used the same song in the trailer, and I was like, shit, I'm kind of in the mood for like an old 2000s, 2010s action movie, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, do you want to watch that? Or we can watch a movie from the 31 movie challenge. And the first movie on that list is Almost Famous.
Hell yeah. I've never seen it, but my dad is like, Trey, you would love this.
Let me tell you. We watched Almost Famous. This might become your favorite movie ever when you watch it.
Me?
Yeah. You
Okay.
will love I bought it, which I'm very glad I bought it. It was like $6.99 to buy.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's like feel good. It's super wholesome, road trip, coming of age. It's about this kid who wants to be like a writer, and he gets hired by Rolling Stone magazine to follow this rock band as they tour around the States. And he sees the parties, he sees the concerts. Our boy is the main character, like the main guy from the rock band that he like gets close with is Billy Crudup.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. So they share this bond. Kate Hudson is like the girl in it. The music is phenomenal. The needle drops are insane. Lots of Led Zeppelin. Lot of Led Zeppelin.
The second greatest band of all time.
Yeah, there is a Tiny Dancer needle drop in this movie, and it might be one of the best scenes ever put to screen.
I've seen that scene.
Yeah,
Hold me closer, Tiny Dancer.
Yeah, I absolutely loved it. I'll watch
I
it
love
again,
that song.
probably very soon.
I don't like a lot of Elton John, but I love that song.
Dude, they played this Elton John song at work. Well, they played like a country cover of it. It's called Sad Songs Say So Much.
Yeah,
And,
that's a great song.
Dude, I'd never heard that song until I listened to it at work, and I was like, man. And I found out it was by Elton John. I put on the Elton John version. I cried in my car listening to it driving home from work.
Yeah.
Yeah, Almost
I
Famous
like
is-
Leave On.
I don't know if I know that one. I don't listen to a lot of.
Cause he was a young man on Christmas Day, and he shall believe on, and he shall
Hell
be
yeah.
a good
Oh, I do.
man. That one?
Oh yeah, nice. You do a good Elton John.
Shut up. Don't
I'm
patronize
serious.
me.
I'm serious.
And Rocket Man is a classic, but I'm not a huge fan of covers usually. But Rocket Man is one song where the cover is better. By our boys. My Morning Jacket. My Morning Jacket's cover of Rocket Man is better than Elton John.
I thought you were gonna say the Taron Egerton one for the movie.
Well, that one is great too because Taron Egerton can sing.
He sure can. I need to watch. I still haven't seen that movie. I gotta watch that.
It's a good biopic.
Yeah. Also, Frances McDormand is the mom in Almost Famous.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal movie. It's so good. I understand why people love it so much. It's the same director, Cameron Crowe, Jerry Maguire, Vanilla Sky. We Bought a Zoo. Who would have thought they bought a zoo?
Dude, people hate on We Bought a Zoo. That movie rips, man. I don't know why people are always hating on it.
Are funny. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's alright. Yeah, that was my last one. Almost Famous. It's phenomenal. 5 out of 5. Watched a lot of Peak, except for Twixt. Been a great last few days.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Except I paid for Twixt because you can't pirate the director's cut, which is called Betwixt. The Now and it's like the Now and Forever Ultra Sunrise authenticated cut, or something stupid.
That's so dumb.
Put Francis Ford Coppola on Fraud Watch, honestly. Megalopolis is going to be a bad movie. I'm saying it now. It's going to be bad. I'm going to give it a 2-star, I think.
Yeah. And finally, last film of watch list for me. I watched a little bit of Peak. Got home last night. Me and Evan had been talking about The Lodge. If you haven't watched The Lodge, go check that shit out. That shit rips.
Yeah. Don't look anything up. Go into that one.
Riley Keough. Yum yum.
Dude,
did you know she's Elvis's granddaughter or grandniece or something?
I don't know if I knew that.
Yeah.
Have you seen the house that Jack built?
Yes.
Because the stuff that happens to her in that movie makes me sad every time I see her face.
Yeah. That movie is crazy, though.
Yeah.
I don't want to shout out the director because he's a Nazi, but that movie rips. Fuck you, Lars von Trier. You make some crazy fucked up shit, which I love, but you're also an awful person.
Yeah.
Someone's got to check up on him, man. His movies are something else.
Dude, did you see him? Have you seen the video of him asking for a girlfriend on his Instagram?
Yeah, I have. It's
so
insane.
Funny. It's so funny.
He doesn't seem like a real person, honestly. But yeah, last night I got home, decided to watch one of my. It's my number 3 horror movie of all time, in my top 10 movies of all time. I watched Hereditary, man. It's the best Ari Aster movie, I think. I mean, that's a really hard, because all 3 of Ari Aster's movies are 5 stars for me, easily.
Yeah, same.
What do you have Midsommar at?
It's probably 4.5. It's. I need to.
Okay, but let's make this clear. Ari Aster hasn't missed.
No, he has not.
No, he only cooks. Yeah. But I watched Hereditary.
Tough watch. I don't know if you've seen
what?
His short film. His short film, Strange Thing About the Johnsons.
Yeah.
Oof.
I haven't seen it.
Put Ari Aster on a list for making that.
Yeah. Hereditary. Still the craziest Oscar snub of all time. 1, this should have been up for Best Picture. And 2, Toni Collette should have at least gotten nominated for Best Actress.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, she should have won it.
Yep.
This is one of the greatest performances of all time. She is so damn good in this movie. Gabriel Byrne, so damn good. Bro just goes through it this entire movie. Alex Wolff is crazy. Have you heard the story about, the scene where his character breaks his nose on his desk? Yeah. Have you heard the story where Alex Wolff was like, let me actually break my nose.
Yeah.
I can do it. And Ari Aster was like, no, we're not doing that. No. Alex Wolff is him, man. Millie Shapiro kills it. Ann Dowd being a psycho-ass bitch as usual.
As usual, yeah.
What she does best. Yeah, this movie rips, man. And, I mean, this is one that it's not very divisive. Like, all of my mutuals have that set 5 stars. Everybody recognizes that this is an incredible piece of filmmaking. Yeah, it's peak. Yeah, so what do you want to talk about first? Warrior or Gran Torino?
Let's talk about Warrior.
Take it away, man. This is all you.
This was my first watch.
Wait, really? You had never seen it?
No.
Oh my god.
This was my first watch of Warrior. And let me tell you, I fucking adored it. This is a perfect movie. This is the best sports movie of all time. This is Tom Hardy's best performance. This movie smokes Rocky. It smokes Creed. It's fucking perfect. It is so human. It's that same thing we were talking about with Million Dollar Baby, where it feels very human and realistic. Like, Creed doesn't feel realistic. It's a good movie, and the first one does, but the fight scenes are very stylized, and you feel like you're watching a movie. This doesn't feel like that. Every character feels so real. The Joel Edgerton, his character is amazing, and Brendan, loved his story. Like, I love the scene. This is gonna be very disjointed, but I love the scene.
That's all good.
When, like, he first comes back after his first fight outside the strip club, and his students are like gossiping. They're like, "Oh yeah, Mr. C was, fighting outside the titty bar," and from there it's just them hyping up him the entire movie, and the principal starts getting hyped about it. Like, it's just, he's such a likable guy. And the best part of Warrior is that they don't tell you shit until, well, really, like, it's pretty vague. You get confrontations that, peel back the layers, but you don't know why Tommy hates Brendan. And you don't really know what happened beyond Nick Nolte was an alcoholic and, like, their mom died. You might not even know that right away, but will be spoilers on Warrior, by the way.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. It leaves a lot to, just, like, sit with. And it builds out its characters so well that when you get the reveals, it, like, just adds, because you're already attached to it. Tom Hardy is this shell of a man who just, like, I mean, his whole story with the army, and they give you, like, very small snippets of what happened in his past. So he's, like, this big mystery, and he just seems like this asshole who wants money and is an absolute machine.
Yeah. Let me say this. Looking at Tom Hardy in this movie, it makes me want to go to the gym.
Yeah.
He is just massive in this movie.
Watching this and the bike riders, I was just like, I feel bad about myself.
Yeah.
I think the story is genuinely one of my favorite narratives ever. It just flows so well. It's a pretty long movie. It's like 2.5 hours long, 2:20 maybe.
Yeah.
And it never is slow. There's not a lot of fight scenes. Well, I mean, there's a lot at the end, but, like, I never cared about the fighting. I could take it, like, they could have just told me what happened, and I'd be like, oh, okay. They're awesome to watch, and watching Joel Edgerton fight Kurt Angle made me laugh. I can't look at Kurt Angle's face without thinking of the memes.
Yeah.
Also, massive.
Watching Tom Hardy just murder guys.
Yeah.
That first one where he, like, goes in and out and then just gives him this right hook and just walks out of the cage. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like, he's not stopping for interviews. He's not stopping for shit.
Yeah.
He's dropping dudes in 10 seconds and leaving. He's like, just get me to the end. And Tom Hardy's performance is just, it's so special. It's very subdued. Like, you don't get much out of him until the beach scene which we can talk about in a bit. But his relationship with his dad is so interesting. Like, he's like so adamant that he wants nothing to do with Nick Nolte. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
Outside of training, there's this line when he's in the casino, like before the big fights at the end, and he says the only thing me and Brendan have in common is we have no use for you. Like, god damn.
Yeah.
He's a cold man. He's very, very harsh to Nick Nolte, and
yeah.
I just thought watching his like backstory unravel was so thrilling. It's a pretty personal film for me. I've got family that have that, you know. I can relate to this movie, and
Yeah.
it made me cry like a bitch multiple times.
Yeah.
I just think it's perfect. The scene in the hotel when Nick Nolte relapses is my favorite scene in the movie. And we can talk about it later, but like just the way that scene made me feel was insane. Like, this movie elicited so much emotion for me, and like I used to cry a lot at movies. I don't cry as much, but like the way this movie made me feel was just insane. There's one the first fight, I think it's the first fight with Kurt Angle with Koba, and Joel is getting his shit rocked. Like, he is not having a good time. He's barely scraping by in these fights, and his coach Frank Grillo, he comes up to him and he's like, are we here to lose? Are we here to just, like, because if you want to leave, like, we can pack it up and go home right now. And Joel's like, no, I'm here to win. Like, I'm here for my family. I'm here for my kids.
Yeah, I think Frank Grillo says, you either knock him out or you lose your house. Your choice. Yeah.
Let me tell you, when that scene happened, the tears started flowing. And when the next round hits and Joel Edgerton flips Kurt Angle upside down, I was like, holy shit, like, what? The fight scenes hit so hard because you're so attached to these characters, and you're not rooting for one specific person. You're just like rooting for the family, you know? And that's what it feels so unique. Like, it's like that thing with Rocky where Rocky doesn't win, but it's still a victory because, you know, he survived.
Yeah.
And that's like that's like such a special thing, because then it's like it becomes less predictable. You know, sports movies are usually pretty by the books. Yeah, I just think this is really special. The fight scenes are insane. The ending fight is brutal to watch.
Yeah.
Watching Tom Hardy get his shoulder snapped out of place and still fighting with one hand just because, like, it's all he has in life is to win this so he can send the money to his friend who died. Like, it's such a brutal fight. I cried my eyes out during the entire final fight, just watching Tom Hardy fighting to survive, knowing he's gonna lose because it's just amazing. The fight scenes are amazing. Performances are perfect. It flows really well. This is what movies are about, bro. Making you feel like getting an emotional reaction.
Yeah. Do you want me to give my thoughts now?
Yeah, go for it.
I think this is an excellent film. This is my second watch. I don't think it's the greatest sports movie of all time. It's probably in my top 5, but I do have an emotional connection with some other sports movies, the way you have an emotional connection with this. That, like, Field of Dreams will always and forever be my number 1 sports movie.
Yeah.
Easily. This is definitely my number 1 fighting movie. Like boxing, UFC, MMA. For sure. But I do think, I mean, a lot of the performances in this get overshadowed because of how good the two leads are.
Yeah.
But Nick Nolte is fucking incredible in this, where he's always just like, well, you need to fight him, Tommy. He sounds like he's been smoking 6 packs a day for 40 years.
I love Jennifer Morrison as
Jennifer
as his
Morrison.
wife.
She's great. I love seeing her because she was in a show I kind of grew up on called Once Upon a Time. Have you ever watched that shit?
I haven't, but Beth loves it.
The first 4 seasons, fucking rip. That show is a banger. I love that show. It's like, it's kind of cheesy, but I just like, I couldn't stop watching it. Rumpelstiltskin is in it, and he's always like, magic always comes with a price, dearie.
I know her from House.
Oh, okay.
She plays one of the main doctors in House, and she's really great in that.
Yeah, she's great.
House.
I love Jennifer Morrison.
Yeah.
And let's talk about Frank Grillo. He's usually out here just playing muscle dudes, not giving great performances. He's excellent in this.
Yeah.
He's a muscle dude and gives a great performance. I know him mostly from Marvel stuff. He plays Agent Rumlow, a.k.a. Crossbones. There's that great scene in Civil War where he punches Captain America and he's like, "This is for dropping a building on my face." God. Shout out Civil War. One of the best Marvel movies. Did I ever log that? I gotta look.
Did you watch it recently?
I did.
Shout out Purge Anarchy. That movie kind of rips.
Yeah.
And he's the lead.
But yeah, I mean, this it's outstanding. I don't have as much to say. I didn't log it. Oh my god, I gotta go log that right now. I don't have as much to say about this as Evan does. Because it didn't hit me as emotionally. But yeah, I love this movie. It's really hard not to love this movie. Joel Edgerton gives a great performance. Everybody gives... Yeah. Yeah, this movie is peak. I just logged it. You want to know what my review says?
I just read it.
Let me go on because my thoughts for Warrior are done. Let me talk about this Civil War real quick.
Okay.
That's part of my watch list, and then we'll talk Gran Torino.
Yeah.
Civil War is peak. Top 3 Marvel movie. It's just so goddamn perfect. And let me tell you why. Because of one line. This movie has the coldest line in maybe all of cinema. So it's after the whole chase scene with Cap and Falcon and Bucky and Black Panther, and they're all chasing each other and all that shit. And they're sitting in the car, and Sam is like, he looks at Black Panther and he's like, "So, you're into cats?" And he's like, and this is the dialogue that Chadwick Boseman delivers. He's like, "The Black Panther has been a guardian of Wakanda for generations. It is passed down from warrior to warrior, and now I hold that mantle. And now my father is dead, and so I also hold the mantle of king. And so I ask you, as warrior and king, how long do you think you can keep your friends safe from me?" And it's just cold as fuck. Civil War rips. Captain America all the way. Iron Man can go suck a dick. Let's talk Gran Torino.
Also, really quick, I just messaged Beth and told her that you told me to watch at least the first 4 seasons of Once Upon a Time. And she said, "OMG, OMG, OMG. I used to watch it every single Sunday night. That's where my love for Robbie K started."
Who's Robbie K?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Who does he play? Let's see.
He plays Peter Pan.
Oh God, dude, he plays Peter. There's a whole season where Peter Pan is the villain.
Yeah, she said his
And
character is an asshole, so don't judge.
he is fucking despicable, dude. One of the best villains in all of television. Oh my God.
Yeah. And then she says, I wrote Robbie K fan fiction based off his character. That's how obsessed with this show I was.
Dude, have you heard the like dark theory about Peter Pan?
Probably a
How
long time.
Peter Pan is actually a child molester, and all the Lost Boys he just keeps around to molest them. And then Hook used to be a Lost Boy, but he escaped. And that's why he tries to stop Peter Pan, because he's like the only one that ever escaped alive.
God damn.
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Gran Torino.
First things first. This movie is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It is
It's so unbelievably racist.
It is crazy how many times Clint Eastwood drops fucking slurs for Asian people in this movie.
Well, and black people.
And black people. He does do that too. Yeah. It's nuts.
But let me tell you guys this, because
I want to
it's
talk about
not that Clint... It's the character. Clint
Jake,
Eastwood wrote this character to
he didn't even
be...
write this movie, I don't think.
He directed and produced it. He created this character to be like the quintessential crotchety old school old man who's racist and sexist and all these things.
Yeah.
You know?
Because Jagger gave this
he's out here calling the... Like, there's this scene where these three black guys are giving this girl a hard time, you know, and the girl is his neighbor, so he pulls up and he's like, "What are you spooks doing?" And I'm just like, "What? This isn't real." Oh,
yeah,
it's,
dude, it's
so funny.
Fucking awesome, because he busts out the finger gun so many times in this movie, and then he pulls out a real gun on these guys. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Because, yeah, Jagger's review is a 1.5, 21 out of 100, and he says, in the words of John Mulaney, that's some racist-ass bullshit. I mean...
He isn't wrong.
This
movie
wrong.
is incredibly racist. But...
That's the character.
At the heart of it, it's really sweet. It's like a story of, like, redemption.
It's super
you know?
sweet. Dude,
You have this old guy who feels guilty about the things he did during the Korean War.
Yeah, bro, that scene when he's talking to Tao.
Yeah.
Near the end when he locks him up and he's like, I think about shooting that poor kid in the face with that rifle you were just holding, and I'm like, God damn.
Yeah. And the John Carroll Lynch making a surprise appearance and being the goat per usual.
Yeah.
The scene where they're trying to talk to, like, what's up, you Polak piece of shit, is just so damn good.
Dude, I love the dynamic between the two of them when it's right before Clint Eastwood gets his beard shaved and he's like, here's a 20, keep the change in case you slit my throat by accident. Like, their dynamic is so good.
And also all of the there's a scene where he's like, yeah, it'll be $10, Walt. And Walt goes, $10? What are you, some kind of Jew raising these prices? And you're just like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
Yeah. Also, if you don't like Christianity, you will love this movie. Because Clint Eastwood bullies a priest for 2 hours straight.
But then they have... there's like a mutual respect there, which I really like.
Dude. Oh, it's so good.
This movie is really... It's really emotional. It's really heartfelt. Yeah. I love it. You guys should watch it. It's great. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's very... It's a easy... Like, I don't want to say it's a dad watch. Like,
it is a dad watch.
You know what you know exactly what I mean when I say this. You know what you're getting into. You're getting into an old man, being crotchety, having, teaching this young kid life lessons, and softening up a bit. The
Yeah.
the ending is. Do you want to talk about the ending?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go spoilers for the next couple minutes. Do you like this outcome?
I
'Cause
do.
he was on
I
a mission
think
to die for the last 20 minutes of this movie.
he knew what he needed to do.
Yeah.
And he obviously, like, he's a crotchety old man. He's not going to tell you he loves you, but he loves this family. There's that ending scene where they're all having a barbecue in his backyard,
Yeah.
and the Sue is just like, well, Walt, I've never seen you smiling this much. Are you okay? And he's like, I'm just happy.
Yeah.
Because, let's be honest, his family, the fucking worst.
Yeah.
They're
His
the absolute
granddaughter-
worst.
His son's awful.
Yeah. But then he kind of, like, becomes a part of this family next door, and it's like he has a family again. And, like, he understands, did my shit just get picked up? Sorry. I released my shift for tonight, hoping that I wouldn't have to work because I have therapy. Did that shit just get picked up?
Dude, I love the scene when they're reading his will, and he's like, "Yeah, you can keep the Gran Torino as long as you don't." And then he says, "The fucking lawyers, like, these are Walt's words. I'm sorry." And then it's like,
don't put any gay spoilers on it. And yeah, we just see him. He finally has a family, and he understands what he needs to do, and he understands that he is already dying.
Yeah.
He is dying. He's gonna be
starts,
dead.
like, coughing
And
blood up.
so he decides, like, I might as well go out now and protect the people that I care about.
Yeah.
And God, dude, this movie, you get the classic Clint Eastwood growl where he's just like,
yeah,
like this. He's just like this the whole time.
yeah. And then he pretty much kills himself so that he can send a bunch of people to jail. That's badass shit.
Yeah, dude. And again, we are saying a lot of slurs in this bit. We don't feel this way.
No.
We are quoting the movie because it is goofy as fuck. And also, he also drops one of the coldest lines, like, ever, basically.
Which one?
When he's telling the gang members to get off his lawn, and he goes, I used to stack gooks like you 5 feet high and use you as sandbags in Korea. Now get off my fucking lawn.
That's crazy.
I was like, God damn!
Yeah.
Calm down, bro!
Yeah, this movie's super entertaining, and, like, Clint Eastwood kills it. Like, he did exactly what he wanted to do here.
Yeah. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was the reason a lot of people have a lot of problems with this movie. The acting. So here's the thing, because there are moments in this where the acting isn't great. Here's the thing, and I talked about this, I think, with some other Clint Eastwood movie that we talked about. God, I've seen a lot of Clint Eastwood directed movies. He's a good director.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood is very famous for not wanting to do more than, like, 3 takes for a scene. A lot of the time, they do, like, 1 take, and he's like, alright, that's good, let's move on. Yeah. So sometimes you'll get bad acting just because that's, like, the first take they did of that. Which is, I'm just, like, kind of defending this movie a little bit because I know people have a lot of problems. Also, can we talk about him putting his son in this movie and then just ripping on him and making fun of his son. How much of a poser Scott Eastwood is in this movie.
Who does he play?
He plays that same scene where Sue is walking with that guy is played by Scott Eastwood, and then he kind of runs away, and because he's been he was being a fucking bitch. But yeah, this movie's incredible. Check it out.
I'm looking through the IMDb trivia right now, and one of the trivia says Walt says a total of 53 insults. Hell yeah.
Good for him. Yeah. Thanks for joining us on the Average Film Jar today. Yeah. We had a good time. We hope you did too. Please join us Friday. Knock at the Cabin and Devil.
And
have a good rest of your day.
Long legs.
Yeah. 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 What the fuck?
Get out,
See ya.
Let's go.